What's up guys, it's KingBritneyChanel and you're back on my SaeBritneyChanel channel. In today's video we're going to be making Jamaican beef patties. So if you like my cook with me style videos, subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I release a video. Let's get started. Alright you all, so let's talk about what we're going to be using today. We're going to take a look at some of the dry goods that we're going to be using. So I have a little bit of salt here, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, we have 2 teaspoons of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of curry, 2 teaspoons of, this is chicken bouillon by Goya as you can see here, and we have 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. We're also going to be using a hard stick of butter, so try to put this, in your freezer to make it hard. We're going to be using just under a half cup of milk, but we're going to be adding, more milk if we need to. And then we're also going to be using 2 cups of flour that I have put in here. But if you need more flour, you're going to put an additional cup of flour to the side just in case. So we're also going to be using a baking pan and a rolling pin, and I have lightly dusted the pan with flour so that we can get started. Well, so let's go ahead and start putting our stuff into our flour. This is the salt. We're going to be taking our baking powder, our turmeric. We're going to be mixing all this stuff up, you guys. This is our curry, our chicken bouillon, and our brown sugar. Okay, so now we're just going to stir all of our dry goods together with our flour. And you should see the flour is going to start turning another color here. Just want to mix it in good, you guys. Alright, so now that we have everything mixed up, we're going to slowly start to pour our milk in. We're just slowly pouring, guys. We don't want to do too much at one time. And we're probably going to even need more milk. Alright you all, now that we have our dough up into this point, it's like the perfect consistency. We're just going to grate a little butter here because we're just going to continue to grate a little bit of butter because we want this to blend perfectly. It's melting a little bit, but as you can see, the butter is coming off. We're just going to begin to clump our dough together into a ball. We want to make sure that we have our flour on standby so that we're just going to mix this so that it's not moist. If it's sticky or moist, you kind of just want to add a little bit more flour to it if it's sticking to things. But I'm just going to begin to clump this together and make this into one big ball. So any areas that I feel like need more flour, I'm going to do that. And this is how it is looking. All right, so this is what our dough should look like at this point. We did our flour, we put it into a ball, and so now we're going to put this in the fridge. And you can saran wrap it and put it in the fridge for a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna start making our filling while this is in the fridge. All right, you all, so we have our ground beef searing in our pan. I wait to season it until it's a little bit more cooked a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with my seasonings and add it when it's ready. All right, you all, so let's add our seasoning while our meat is sizzling. I'm gonna add a little bit of habanero and lime, just for a little light kick. Our grill mates, some onion powder, we're gonna add some Italian seasoning, we're gonna add some garlic, we are gonna add some sazon. Alright. I like to open this just so it, for the color purposes, you all. Then we're gonna take 2 spoonfuls of minced garlic. Remember to stir your garlic because it will burn if you don't. And then we're gonna take 3 spoonfuls of pico de gallo and green onion. We're gonna mix this all together so that it's evenly distributed in our cast iron pan. And the good thing about cast iron pans, you all, is that you get, you know, a good source of iron and your meat is cooked very well in these pans. So this is what I like about it. So we're just gonna mix and blend all of this together until they're perfectly, you know, married together. It's, you know, sizzling nice. I wish y'all could smell this right now. It smells so good. But this is gonna be the perfect spice blend for our beef patty. All right, you all, so this is just a little bit of grated ginger that I have. I just grated up some ginger. I'm only gonna put a little bit because ginger has, you know, a kick to it, okay? So we're just gonna add that in there. This is smelling good. So this is gonna be like perfect as filling for our beef patties. All right, so now my meat is sort of resting, but I just wanted to show you all the color of the meat, okay, and the filling. Use whatever browning sauce you have, whether it be soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, I mean, whatever sauce you want to use to get it a nice rich color. You also, when you're making your filling, want to make sure that you're taste testing it so that it is good for you, you know, because you don't want to get the meat and then put it in the dough and then it's just not, you know, your cup of tea, okay? So this is where we're at right now. We are gonna let this rest and then we are going to get our dough back out and get started. All right, so we're gonna take our dough that is from the fridge and we are going to place it on our flour pan and we're gonna just start rolling it, okay? So we're just gonna roll it. You just wanna roll it. Y'all know how to do this. Come on now. Roll, roll, roll. Because we want to, you know, flatten it out for our, you know, patties. All right, you all. So this is what our dough is looking like. I've taken the liberty, excuse me. I stuffed my dough with the filling, and so all I'm doing now, y'all, and don't overstuff because you don't want stuff seeping all out. What you want to do is you kind of mash the sides down, and then you're going to take your fork and you're going to lightly, you're just going to keep going down, keep going down on the sides, and you're going to do the same thing to both sides so that it's closed. You feel what I'm saying? So you should have like a nice indentation. It's almost like making like empanadas, like my abuela used to make, just like the Jamaican version. So we're just gonna, you just lightly press your fork because you don't want to bust the patty down each side, and then we're gonna pop them on our cookie pan or our Pyrex dish, shall I say, and put them in the oven to bake. Alright, you all, I just wanted to show you one of the patties that I stuffed and, you know, went around with my fork. This is how it's supposed to look. And also, this is how the dough looks. You want to make sure that it's flat enough so that your meat can be folded over neatly. All right, you all, I just want to show you all something. So you saw in the picture how we kind of rolled our beef patty, you know, dough down. You want to make sure it's not too much dough, just enough, and you want to make sure that it's not too much meat. So we're gonna just, you know, make sure our meat is, you know, to the middle, not too much to the sides. We got a little spicy today, and we're gonna decide to use cheese, but you just want to begin to fold and take a spoon, and you want to begin to fold this bad boy over and tuck, fold and tuck. We're folding and we're tucking so that we can do what we did to the other one. So I just wanted to come and show you after I worked it a little bit. Make sure your edges are closed, and now we're just going to take our fork, move this over here a little bit. Just, this is what we're doing. Around all the sides. Going, y'all, around all the sides of this so that this is going to be real good, you all. And there's no right or wrong way to do this, y'all. As you can see, we got our other one in there ready for the oven. And I'm just gonna keep going, y'all. And you just wanna go all the way around. Hey guys, so here is another shape. This one is sort of like in an empanada type of shape. You could get really creative when you're doing your shapes for your own Jamaican beef patties. There's no right or wrong way to do this as long as the seams are closed and the food is nicely stuffed on the inside. Just keep it neat. All right, you all, so I'm just going to take this duster and apply a little bit of this butter to garnish the top, just so it has a nice, tasty, delicious, it's already gold, but a buttery taste to complement everything else. And you're just gonna lightly gloss across the top, and a little bit more on this one. We're just gonna lightly gloss that. And then now it's time to place these in the oven. And there you have it, folks. This is the end result. I'm getting ready to eat my meal, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed the whole process of learning how to make beef patties. If you like these sort of videos, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all soon on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.